crypto alt season is about to begin, and it will be quick and short. So in this video, I'll show you 3 major indicators to track and understand where the altcoins is going. So number 1, as you can see in my screen, we're looking at Bitcoin dominance. Okay. Number 2, Bitcoin itself, where in the previous video, in the last video, I've shared about why Bitcoin will crash towards 35k. And number 3, total market cap. Okay, total market cap 3, which represents the altcoins. Now, let's begin with Bitcoin dominance. In the previous video, I have used line chart. Okay, I will not use candlestick to analyze. For my first step, I will use line chart to analyze, and also weekly base. I'll use weekly base to analyze Bitcoin movement. And we found out that Bitcoin, now actually I'm in a short position, and we found out that Bitcoin will move to 35,000. So that aside, let's look back at Bitcoin dominance, and we will use the same method which I used in my first video to analyze the movement of Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance and the remaining crypto are all related to one another. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look for the nearest A and V. Okay, just as I shown in the first video. Now you can see that there are A and V here. These are fresh or untouched A and V, and we will draw a weekly base or a weekly zone. Right, this zone is untapped. Okay, now why, as you can see, Bitcoin dominance was rising since end of 2022. Okay, and why did Bitcoin dominance stop and make a reversal? So it's very simple. The answers are hidden in the chart itself. So as you can see here, there is a base. Okay, there is a weekly base which is made up of a V here and also an A. You see that? Now we draw the base and see what happens. Bitcoin dominance touches the base or touches the weekly zone right on the point and drop. So where is Bitcoin dominance heading next? Let's look for the next base. This is the nearest base, the lower base, which is below the current market value. And yeah, it's untapped. It has not been respected yet. So what's going to happen is, okay, before that, let's look for other base. This base is a weak base actually, and it's broken. Okay, so once a base is broken, once a zone is broken, the price will move on to the next zone. So this justifies the drop in Bitcoin dominance. And moving on to our second point, Bitcoin itself. Let's just recap why Bitcoin will reach 35,000. So in the previous video, I show how I analyze the market by mapping out zones, upper zones, lower zones. So we have a lot of zones. We actually have another zone here. I'll get into this in the next few weeks. Okay, so let's zoom into daily time frame and see what happens. As you can see, Bitcoin tested one of the daily zones. This was a fresh zone or a fresh base, and coincidentally, the news of Bitcoin's ETF was released. Okay, Bitcoin's ETF approval was released, and after that, what did the market give us? Boom. So I'm in a short position as we speak, still holding my short position, and I'm targeting 36,000. So that's about Bitcoin. Okay, now the last point is an important point. So we go to total tree, or total market cap number 3, which represents altcoins, okay, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Total market cap 3 represents altcoin. Now we will do the same thing for total market 3. You look for base or zones, okay, weekly base or weekly zones. Now you can see we have an upper zone which is untapped. There we have a lower zone which has just been broken. So look closely, look very closely here. Okay, see what the price did. After the weekly candle broke this zone, okay, we have two zones here, the first zone and the second zone. There are actually many more zones, all right, but I won't go into it today. So we have zones at this area, and zones like this has not been respected, meaning that altcoins has the potential to come back to this area. And we have, so back to the middle zone. Let's talk about the middle zone. So as you can see, once the price breaks a zone or close above a zone, price will sideways. Price has been sideways for 1, 2, 3 weeks. Okay, it's testing this zone, which makes it a support. All right, and where will price move next? The next zone. So this is why in the upcoming weeks we will see a rally in altcoins. Okay, so that's about it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please comment in the section below and let me know what are your thoughts on my analysis. And with that, till next time.